Obviously, Josh Hokett, I think, has gotten the most criticism of this show, but that line that he used about Michelle Obama was the ammunition for all of the places that were negative about this event to start with that just made this. It was such an embarrassing moment that sort of overrode even people that were begrudgingly watching this that could look at like this was quite the achievement in terms of a live event production.
You know, I'm sure there were some people that might have laughed at it and maybe even like celebrated it as some form of like insult, you know, towards the other side. I think the UFC should be embarrassed by something like this. And at least it was nice to see Dana denounce it.
He did, but it's sort of the, well, I don't agree with this. It's really nasty, but nothing's going to be done about this either. You don't approve of this, but in many ways you do based on your actions here. Like you give this guy a mic. This is not the first time with this guy. Like it's nice he put out a statement, but it's kind of like you do endorse this. Like this happens all the time. This is not a isolated incident from this particular guy, and he'll probably do it again. And they can say the same thing again and again. It's not like there's anything to deter any of these fighters from saying the same thing.
Because they painted themselves into a corner as being these sort of upholders of free speech, no matter how nasty the speech may be.
The thing is, I don't think of Dana White as some big freedom of speech absolutist. I think this is a guy that it's very much on brand to be saying, hey, our guys can say whatever they want. Dana White's line is he does not want you talking about like stuff about the UFC's business. You know what? If Josh Hokett instead got on and talked about how all of these ads you're watching tonight, we as fighters don't get a cut of any of this stuff, I imagine that line would be suddenly appearing of Dana White's aversion to free speech. So yeah, free speech in some ways, like, hey, you want to drop slurs on a UFC broadcast? It's pretty much have at it. But believe me, you want to report critically on the UFC? He suddenly is not the absolutist in those instances as well. So he certainly has his line when it comes to free speech.